Hello, everyone. I'm Marlene Foster and want to welcome you to Startup Building, the Foundation of Trust. Today is part one, and Sovik Dada will be joining us on part two. So today I'm going to talk to you about something that you know already a lot about, and that is being a customer. We're going to talk about customer loyalty and customer retention. And we think of the bank that's in your neighborhood, a bank that's nearby, a bank that you probably stop by. Maybe if you're not affiliated with that bank, you may even use the ATM machine because you go there regularly. Does it mean that there's loyalty for that particular bank? If there's a gas station, does it mean that you have loyalty for that particular gas station? We're going to talk about loyalty is growth. It's when you, for instance, if you've got a special restaurant that you like to go to, or let's say if you're going to a restaurant for the very first time, you go into a restaurant and you walk in, and the first thing you do with loyalty is that you are building a relationship. The relationship starts. So think of that restaurant that you've walked into, and now the server comes to the table and they're asking you questions, and you're telling them what your preferences are, what kind of dishes that you enjoy, whether it's salmon or steak or whatever, lobster, whatever it is that you enjoy. And you're now talking to them and they're asking you questions. And so you're now getting really comfortable with this server, right? And so now they're giving you recommendations as to what it is that you would probably enjoy that particular day in their restaurant. Okay, and the next thing that will happen is once you've eaten it, and let's say you've really enjoyed that meal, all right? Now you're starting to develop what? Loyalty for their expertise. You don't know them personally, right? But you do know that they seem to be capable of actually serving you. So next is dessert. And what if the desserts that they show you, some of them are a little bit more on the expensive side? Will you be determined now to say, well, now I don't want to spend money on that because it's too expensive? Or maybe if it's something that you've told them that you love apples and they found a really great selection on apples, you probably would trust them because they already given you one great selection and you're feeling comfortable with them. You probably did follow up with what? A generous tip, maybe. And then once you've given the tip, you might even give a outstanding review. That's what loyalty is about, ladies and gentlemen. It's starting off relationship building, and then once you're starting to build that relationship, trust develops. How do you know that people trust you? When they start to open up their purses a even wider and decide to even do repeat business with you, which is customer retention, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But you get to start trusting and listening to them. So today I want you to think about your own sales as customers. You can't service a customer unless you understand what it's like to be one yourself. Evaluate, evaluate yourself as you go into. I don't want it to just ask you at the end today. Think about a restaurant or service that you love or a product. Go in there and wherever you go to do business, and watch and listen and observe and see how you've been treated, and ask yourself what it is you like about them. Why are you there, and what's the benefit of being there? All right. Now, when you look at customer retention, we're looking at the revenue, right? That's ongoing revenue, that's repeat business. Okay, that's when you've got a regular customer. You've got new ones that you're servicing, that you're getting to know. But what about that customer that you definitely have trust with? They trust you and you have a great rapport with them. And so you show them extraordinary service, and they feel real special, you know, when they're there in your business. And so let's talk about you as a customer. Where do you go where you feel extraordinary? They really make you feel special. Think about where you go, a business that services you, a restaurant, a gas station, a bank that really makes you feel special. Okay, and once you do, you think, and then also, what is it unexpected that they've done? Something unexpected that you did not ever even anticipate that they would do. Think about it right now. Something that they did, and then ask yourself two questions: Why do I love this particular restaurant? Why do I come here? Think about it, guys. Evaluate yourselves. Why do I come? I mean, do you like the way they, I don't know, the way they say your name when you walk through the door because they've gotten to know you? Do you enjoy the way they give you different options also? Some people love different options. Instead of eating the same thing repetitively, they want to know, what else do you have? Do you enjoy that? What is it that you enjoy? And then think about, what's the benefit? What are the benefits there? I mean, is it the discounts they give, the um, different types of events that go on there, the different types of desserts that they serve? That they're always doing something different, and you really enjoy it because of that. Now, a few days ago, I was doing business with Best Buy because I needed some computer equipment. And Dave was doing a tremendous job, guys. I mean, Dave really helped me so much with his professionalism. He asked me what was I going to use the equipment for, and I told him that I do podcasts, and I told him so many other things that I was going to be doing with the equipment. So he just really went deep into as to why I needed the equipment. So he talked to me for a while, and he finally said, "You know what, Marlene, this is what I think you should get." So he told me what it was that we should actually do. So I'm listening to him, and he's giving me all types of, ideas on top of it. So I finally decided I would go ahead and listen to him, and I made the purchase. Okay. So once I made the purchase, because I had started to trust his expertise, ladies and gentlemen, I I asked him, how could I reach him when I got ready to make my next purchase? Because I am getting ready to do something next month in September, which is right around the corner. And I said, it's going to be a little bit more, I know it's going to be more expensive. And so I told him what I was looking for. So he's already looking ahead for me for September. And so I said, you mind if I get your telephone number, and you and I can keep in touch with each other? So he said, yeah, we can do that. And so here I am, a customer, and I realized what I did as a customer. Do you see what I did? The loyalty there? Okay, his expertise. I was sold on the expertise, right? Okay, then I turned around and I told him that I wanted to keep in touch with him. He didn't just bring it up, I did. I asked him, the customer. And I said, wow. I actually reached out to him and said that I want to connect with you. The next time I'm ready to do business, I would prefer you instead of someone else. And that's what we did. So the same day I decided that I wanted to my daughter to pick up the equipment for me. And so because she's out there in the same area where the store is located. And so she said, "Yeah, I'll do it, Mom." So we for about I know for a few hours, guys, I was on the internet and on their site. I called the store. Nobody could help me. They just kept saying, "Look, the only way that your daughter can pick up the equipment is that she would have to have a copy of your driver's license." And I said, "That's ridiculous. If she's going to drive all the way out here for a driver's license, I may as well go and pick up, the equipment myself. I may as well do it, right?" So they couldn't help me. I mean, so what I did is I sent a text to Dave the day before, telling him what was going on and asking what should I do. He said, "Marlene, go look at your email that was sent to you." So the email did kind of give me some direction, but I still ran into issues, and so I called the store. So that next day, I'm talking to my daughter who's on her way going to pick up the merchandise, right? And still couldn't get it set. So anyway, she said, "Send me the email that Dave told you about." So I went in and I'm looking for the email. There was a brand new email there. And this brand new email said that my merchandise was being picked up and they gave my daughter's name. And I'm saying, Okay, but how did they get my daughter's name? And so I thought back, guys, and the only person I gave my daughter's name to was Dave. Dave had gone and took taken care of all of what I needed unexpectedly. I never expected for him to do what he did. It was unexpected. So if we look at this again, look at the loyalty there. Okay, that I showed him and the loyalty that he showed me from the start. We built we built a relationship together. I admired his professionalism. And so I asked him if I could reach back out to him because I wanted to actually purchase something else in September. And that's going to be an even more, it's going to be even more expense. So that means it's going to be favorable for him. What I did, guys, though, when I saw what he did, I contacted the office who actually handles customer reviews. I wrote it. I wrote a customer review in favor of Dave and what he did because what he did for me was unexpected. And when you look at customer retention, that's when you get people come back and they do repeat business with you, right? I'm going to do repeat business with him, especially because of what he's done. And they also do the unexpected things that they do for you. I never expected him to do what he did. And even my daughter goes, I need to meet him. So he's actually got, when you look at customer retention, you're looking at also customer retention and loyalty. You're looking at testimonials, you're looking at referrals, and you're also looking at actually coming on board with on LinkedIn or on Facebook or a social media system. You're looking at customers coming on there and talking about you, word of mouth and saying how great you are. And so here I am today telling you about Dave, telling you the story, and this just happened. And so this is one of the types of activities that would take place in the startup program and I are hosting together. And I'm looking forward to working with startups to get them really comfortable, first of all, with themselves as customers. Because you can't service a customer if you don't know what it feels to be like you to be one. You got to first evaluate yourself. And that's what I'm looking for them to do. First of all, so one of the things they'll be doing in this program is actually looking at themselves. I'll give them an activity they're going to be doing. And this is not something they can just do behind a computer. That this is something that they can either do out in public, face to face, which I would prefer that they do. And also if they can do it virtual, that's great. They can do it face to face while you're doing it. Doing business with someone. You are the customer. I want you to be the customer. That's what they'll be doing from the start in this program. And the benefit here is that they will be becoming more confident. And the sponsors that we're looking for in this program, we're looking for individuals who believe in customer awareness. In the program, you'll be supporting the startups and on their ventures. And so that means that as a sponsor, you'll be able to mentor them. You actually will be there for them. And also, I'll be actually interviewing you and the startup in a podcast. So I'll do them separately. Separately, it'll be one for the startup and then it'll be one for the sponsor. And sponsor, you will receive public relations. There'll be a PR done showing the credibility that you built by supporting community awareness. That's what I'll be doing with the sponsors. And I'd like to invite the two of you also. I'm writing two books right now. One book is what I had started on sometime last year. And that book is about myself and my experiences in the business and why I'm doing the business that I do today. The book that I've been working on recently is 500 Moments of Discomfort. And it came about from the lovely community who actually support me. I started out in January writing on a post, and I thought I would just make it a challenge of 500 stories. 500 stories, guys, where people are sharing how they overcame discomfort or what they're doing on a constant basis, what they're doing on each day. Doesn't mean that you're completely out of the dark, but it's showing us how the kind of the progressive advancements that you're making. And that's what I like to see, those types of stories. So anyway, I received about 3 or 4 people in the audience that said, Marlene, you need to turn this into a book. And I said, a book? And so I thought about this February, March, and in June, I was told this needs to be a book, Marlene. So here I am, guys. I'm stepping out of the comfort zone. Here I am. I'm talking to you. I'm inviting you, inviting startups, come into the program, and you will have your story in my upcoming book so that when you're out meeting customers or out introducing yourself, you'll have great visibility. And then also have a recording of you because you'll be doing a podcast with me. And then the sponsor, the book will also show if you, hopefully you'll also maybe submit a story of maybe something that happened to you years ago as a startup. And even as an existing business owner, what is something that you could also share in a story? A story doesn't have to be any more than one page or a page and a half. That's all I'm asking, because this is not a co-authored book. It's just stories. And I will be writing a narrative to each one of you. And that each book will be 50 stories, guys, each one of the books. I'll have 10 series, and I would love to see you be one of them. So inside of the program, the startups and the sponsors will be a part of this 10 book series. And so I'm really looking forward to this. I'm excited. I'm getting a lot of people who are reaching out to me and asking questions about the book. And so, and would like to just, again, learn more about you. And like I said, Sovik will be joining us next time, part 2, to talk about digital marketing. And see, in my book, I talk about marketing in terms of for authors. I do some for authors, but not for just an entire small business community. And that's what Sovik will be talking with you about. So I just want to tell you that think about customers. Think about, because I even, each time I walk into a business now, I think about, why am I here? Why do I love this restaurant? Why? There's some restaurants I love above others. And I just wanted to also repeat, tell you this. There is no perfection, right? No business has perfection. So just like I ran into some obstacles with Best Buy, didn't I? Remember? I could not get it set up for my daughter to pick up the merchandise. And so, it took me hours, guys. I went through this for hours. And I want to tell you, I actually stayed calm the first day. The second day, I was on an edge of lunacy. And at that point, that's when somehow it's as if Dave read my mind and he took care of me. He did it. I didn't ask him to do it. I just asked him, what should I do? I didn't say, would you help me with this? But he did it. And so I did. I wrote a beautiful um, testimonial on his behalf. And the company reached out to me and said, we want to meet you. It's like when you write testimonials like that, because I'm in a habit of it. And so I wrote one maybe again a few days ago because I did business with someone else, but I did this face to face. I was in a grocery store, guys. This grocery store is owned by employees. The employees decided that once the owner, I think, became ill. I don't know if he became ill or he died. This was years ago. They actually now own the store, and this store is impeccable. It's neat. It's clean. The produce looks good. You go in stores. One thing may look bad, and the other thing looks like it's about to rot to death. This store is incredible, and so every time I go in, I just notice how clean the stores are. You can get help inside of the store. If they see you wandering around looking lost, they'll even walk up to you and ask you, "Can we help you here?" So I'm getting ready to do an article on this store, on the employees, the leadership team there, because I'm so impressed with them, and that's what my mission here is about. The book that I'm writing on the moments of discomfort, it helps the audience to see that not only their businesses who are right here, but these businesses are thinking about what it's like to be in your shoes. And that's going to make them even more focused and even more willing to consider even sitting down to have a conversation with you, because it starts with a conversation. You can establish, as you saw what I did, Dave and I did, you can establish trust when it comes to that person's expertise in the first meeting. And we did that, guys, in 15 minutes. I spoke to Dave, I would say maybe between 15 and 20 minutes. And he impressed me so much until he didn't ask me for, can you follow up with me? I said to him, can I follow up with you? And so, but I just want to say that think about, if you want to come be a part of this program, think about a nonprofit that you'd also like to bring, because in the book, I will be making donations to nonprofit inside of this book. So that's the benefit here. It's about giving. And so all of us are giving in this series of 10 books. Okay, I'll be there. Getting the book together, getting things published, doing the podcast, and also being there in terms of the donate. I'm looking forward to giving the donations, and I'm looking forward to also seeing those nonprofits start to generate and receive more funding. So come, if you will, and support as a sponsor. Support the startups on their venture. Give them maybe something that we didn't have. Let's help them. And startups, if you know of someone who could sponsor you, if you're a startup and you're listening to me today, or if you decide you want to invest in yourselves, let me know. If you decide you want to invest in yourself, reach out to me, let me know. And looking forward again to seeing all of you. And if you have questions that you would like to, speak with me about, then I am here and we'll look forward to speaking with you about them. Okay, so like I said, part 2 will be coming up. Sovik will be on that, and I will actually be there with him. And I've got some questions that I'd like to ask while I'm there with Sovik. So he'll be speaking to you, but it'll be sort of almost like a little bit of a recap of a little bit what we talked about today about the program itself. And if you got questions for me, if you'd like to share them right now, you can. Or if you want to place the question in the comments section, or if you'd like to reach out to me, I'm really looking forward again to hear from you. And I'd like to by asking you a question too. The question is this: discomfort arouses blank. For instance, okay, I'd like for you, if you would, in the comment section, whether you're watching a replay of this or you're watching right now, discomfort arouses humanity. Discomfort arouses trust. What do you see discomfort arousing for you? I'd like for you to give me 1 or even 3 words, and I have an idea of something I'm going to be doing with this. Give me 1 or 3 words that complete the sentence. Discomfort arouses what in your life? Think about you as a customer. Think about the patience that we all should have as customers, because there is no perfection in life. Think about it. Think about all of what you would expect as a customer. And now, and I want it, because discomfort is not a bad thing. It has so many that hear me, they see me writing posts and I do videos about it. Discomfort's not bad. And discomfort can feel like that, because, and I just want to end here by telling you that, and some of you already know, that I lost, at the start of this year, I lost a granddaughter. I have a 3-year-old granddaughter, but I had one that was born in November of last year. And this year in January, my granddaughter died. And it was, it was indescribable, guys. And at the same time, I was actually writing and preparing a co-authored book with Dr. Leland, Constance Leland. And I really admire her, because Constance stuck by me. And Constance said, Marlene, I know you're feeling hurt, you're feeling pain over the death of your granddaughter. She said, but let's continue with this. I wrote my first book as a co-authored book, and that was a challenge for me, and I'm so glad I did it because it now when I look at the book, it reminds me of my granddaughter. It reminds me of my granddaughters because both of them have faced challenges, and my the 3 year old, she's coming aboard. She's strong. She's a warrior, and the one that died, I will forever love her. I will. And I talk about her briefly in the co authored book that's been written. And now I'm looking for you to tell me your story. I am going to tell my story a little bit more in detail as well. But I just want to tell you that's how the actually the book represents that. But this 500 moments of discomfort, I already had it in place before her death. So I don't know what prompted me to just come out and do this, guys, but I did. And as you can see, there was something, seems like there was a spirit. Maybe God that said, I want you to write this. You want to, Marlene, get on online. And all of the stories I received, guys, have just blown me away. I mean, they truly have. So that's why I'm here today talking to you. This is part one again of the series Building Building the foundation of trust, because with trust, guys, the trust is the loyalty that you can give your customers day one. They trust your they trust your expertise. They trust it. And then afterwards, they start to gain more of a relationship with you, and it starts to grow. It grows, right? And the loyalty grows because then with the loyalty comes what? They give you referrals. They give you the access to maybe family members and to friends and to even the other businesses. Okay, then they turn around and there's word of mouth, and then they come on social media and talk about you because I'm proud. It wasn't a perfect experience with Best Buy, but it was a quality experience with Dave. And now Best Buy know about me because I wrote him a referral, and I look forward to doing even more with Dave again because I'm going to actually make referrals to him. I'm talking about him to some of my other colleagues because when you do well by me, I do well by you. And I also understand that there will be mistakes. Like if you go to a restaurant and you looking for that favorite dish you always want to order, what if they're out of something? Then they say, you know what? You always love the salmon, so I thought maybe you'd enjoy this dish right here. And that dish might be again a little bit extra, cost a little bit more expensive, but you're willing to do it. Why? Because you trust. You trust the server. You trust the owner. You trust the establishment. You feel good about where you are, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what you want to do in your business. So start putting yourself in their shoes, what you're doing every day anyway. All of us are customers, right? We all are. And I can't wait to see what you're writing to me about discomfort. Discomfort arouses what for you? It arouses, give me one or even 3 words. No more than 3 words, okay? Discomfort arouses what? Blank. I want you to fill in that blank for me. Discomfort arouses blank. And today, while you're out and you're doing business, think about think about that business owner that is in the same position that you're in. Think about it, and do me a favor. And come back and show me something. Maybe if you've written a review for them, I like to see a few reviews or testimonials. Make a copy of it. Do a testimonial for a business. I mean, make that your purpose and give yourself a purpose maybe every month and do it for someone. Because I guarantee you this: the more that you reach out to do something for others, when you give, it comes back to you. I'm telling you that from experience, guys. I I get so much in return until it just it's unbelievable for me sometimes. But I'm a giver because I grew up around it. My mom is definitely a giver, and I know being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, you yourself are too. So evaluate yourself, look at your business, look at your business, and look at how you can actually do extra special things for your customers. And then while you're out doing business with somebody else, look at also what they are doing for you. Thank you so much today for being here with me. And so can I look forward to seeing you in part two of Startup Building the Foundation of Trust. Thank you and enjoy a wonderful day. No, sorry guys. Look like I'm having a little difficulty here with the ending. With ending. Thank you, everyone. I'm ending it here. Gosh. Thank you.